The recent death of Tyre Nichols has led to renewed calls for police reform, especially in the Black community. President Joe Biden acknowledged these calls in his State of the Union. But more than that, he took time to acknowledge the talk that so many Black families have with their children. The talk is a discussion Black families have with their children to explain what to do if they ever encounter law enforcement and how to get home unscathed.
Most of us in here have never had to have the talk that brown and Black parents have had to have with their children. Bo, Hunter, Ashley, my children, I never had to have the talk with them.
It implores young Black Americans to keep their lights on and hands on the steering wheel if stopped by police, as well as to be courteous and always be clear about what they're doing before they make any movement. Studies have shown that Black drivers are more likely to be stopped than white drivers. On top of that, a 2021 study by the American Psychological Association found that police officers were less likely to speak respectfully to Black drivers than white drivers. Conversations about the talk picked up after the murder of George Floyd in 2020. Many Black families shared that they have this conversation more than once with their children. In the wake of Nichols' death, many Black Americans are hoping that renewed attention to the talk will lead to long-desired reforms. When Biden mentioned it in his State of the Union, Black Americans across the nation applauded the president. "I've never heard a POTUS reference the talk in a State of the Union," tweeted Coleman Elridge, chairman of the Kentucky Democratic Party. "My son texted me from his room, 'I hope Joe Biden talking about that makes us safer.'" But it's also no surprise Biden received such praise for his State of the Union from Black Americans. A recent poll by Hit Strategies found that a majority of Black Americans approve of Biden's presidency, and most want to see him seek a second term. 59% of Black voters said Biden should run for president in 2024, while 74% approved of his job performance. 37% of Black voters identified racism and discrimination as one of their top concerns they want to see addressed. But Biden is continuing to make strides with Black voters, and his most recent executive order, signed just this month, is meant to continue addressing some of these top concerns. These promises to the Black community are vital to ensuring Biden a second term, which he is expected to announce soon.